Hello guys, Karli here. Guys, today we're talking about money-making activities for coaches, okay? So this video is going to be for you if you have ever posted something and sort of sat back and waited and hoped that a client was going to buy as a result of just posting. This is going to be for you if you have sat down at your desk with no freaking idea what you're going to do today to make some money, right? You're like, I know I've got to create some content, but now what? And this is for you if you have ever spent more time scrolling through Instagram for inspiration than actually proactively taking action in your business. I've got notes today too, because I don't want to go on a tangent. So what tends to happen is I speak to a lot of people and I see a lot of people who are like, they create these offers and they're amazing offers. They create amazing offers and maybe they get some success with it to begin with, right? They get some people that they've worked with before into their offer. They get some referrals into their offer. Okay. They get some kind of random people into their offers, right? And they feel really good. They feel great. They're like making money. They're making the impact that they're here to make, right? And then all of a sudden, they keep trying to sell the offer, but people aren't joining. People aren't joining the offer, not at the rate that they were anyway, right? So it's kind of like they start to feel frustrated because they're like, oh my God, it's the offer. Like my offer is shit. So what tends to happen for a lot of coaches is they go and they create another offer because they're like, well, that one didn't work. Okay. Or that one worked at the beginning, but then it stopped working, right? Maybe you relate to that. Maybe you've been there before. I know that I absolutely have. But the thing is, and I'm not going to say it's never your offer, but I'm going to say it is very, very rarely ever your offer. And what I want to, expand your mind with today is sort of starting to understand that we really need to be proactive in showing up in our business because we're business owners, right? And I know that so many of us, I say us because I was one of these people too. When I started my coaching business, I just wanted to coach. Do you know what I mean? Like I just wanted to go out there and do the thing, do the thing that I felt like I was really good at. And then all of a sudden, I remember I was working with one of my first coaches at the time. And I said this exactly to her. I was like, I don't want to go and do all this, this selling and this marketing. I just want to share my message in the way that feels most good for me. And I want to coach. And she said to me, she's like, all right, I am sure that you can go and find a job working for someone else where all you have to do is coaching. But if you want to run and create a business, you have to act accordingly. You have to start taking action as though you're a fucking business owner, right? And I was like, that really, really hit me. That really, really stuck with me. So maybe right now you're kind of feeling like, you've got this magic within you. You've got this message that needs to be shared or this program that needs to be shared, whatever it is that you do. But you're like, how do I actually get the people into my program? How do I actually get the people into my program? That's what I want to talk about today. But what we've got to understand is that we've got to be a lot more proactive, right? So as I said, before, maybe you've sat down at your desk and you've been like, right, I've got a whole day ahead of me. I'm going to go and create some content and just trust that it's all going to flow, right? I used to do this so much. I remember especially when my daughter was really young and, I'd have one day a week where she was with my mum or whatever. And I would go and sit down at my desk with this whole day ahead of me. And I would sit and I'd create a couple of pieces of content. I'd feel really good. And I'd be like, oh, okay, what next? So then I would go and do other activities such as making a website, changing my branding colors, picking different fonts and things like that. But I didn't realize that those sorts of activities were not going to get me any closer to making the money that I wanted to make. Okay. So we've really got to understand that, especially now, it's 2024, we're about to go into 2025 very soon. There is a lot of noise out there. There are a lot of coaches out there, social media, whatever platform you use, whether you're here on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever. It's very noisy. It's a very big place out there. Okay. So yeah, sure. We get to create content and we get to put that out there for our ideal clients to see, for them to feel something, for them to respond to. But what do we do when the algorithm is not working in our favor? Okay, what do we do when our content and when our posts aren't landing in front of the people's eyes that we really want to be seeing what it is that we're sharing? Okay, and this is where we absolutely need, you need a system in place to know what to do, right? Because as I said before, if you're anything like me and anything like a lot of the coaches and new business owners that I have worked with, there is nothing more, what's the word? Frustrating, I guess, irritating, I don't know, whatever the word is, but there is nothing more frustrating than when you sit down at your desk and you don't know what to do. You just do not know what to do. You don't know how you're going to make money coming in, right? And then you start to try a couple of things and you just find yourself on this loop in this hamster wheel where you're just trying different things, but nothing seems to land, right? And this happens when we don't have a fucking system in place. So it's 2024. We're about to move into 2025. So if you want to be seen by your ideal client, you want to be visible, you want to get your programs in front of them, you want to get them into your programs, okay? We've got to be a lot more proactive, because the whole build it and they will come thing, that doesn't work anymore. And I remember it must have been 4 years ago, maybe it was a little bit more. No, it's probably about 4 years ago. But I created my first program, right? And I was fairly new on Instagram, and I just had this idea. I was like, I've got to create this program. So I spent a couple of weeks creating this program, putting every spare minute that I had into the creation of the program. And it was an audio program called, I think it was Passion to Purpose, right? I put all of my energy, all of my time into actually creating this program. And I was like, I'm fully trusting, manifesting my ass off. If I build it, they're going to come, right? So I put a couple of posts on Instagram, put all of this energy, all of this time, all of this effort into creating this program. A couple of posts on Instagram, I think I did a giveaway as well, trying to get people to share the program. And I didn't sell one spot. And so, of course, I made it mean something about myself and my capabilities to actually create a successful business. I made it mean something about the offer and the program. I was like, it's not good enough. No one wants to join it. But the reality was that no one saw it enough. Nobody knew that it even fucking existed. Nobody knew what kind of transformation they would experience if they came in and joined the program, okay, or bought the program, because it was a self-paced audio course, right? So I tried to build it hoping that they would come, but that's just not the way that it's going to work, okay? So we've really got to have a system in place, and this is exactly what I teach my clients. I teach my clients a system that they can put in place easily in order to start generating leads on tap, right? We want a constant flow of leads coming in, because if you do not have new people coming into your business every single day, then you're not going to have a business for very long. Okay. And hands up if you resonate with this. You're like, oh, I have, sold lots of spots into my programs. They're all people that I know. They're all friends of friends. They're all referrals. And then all of a sudden that starts to dry up. Okay. And the reason for that is when it starts to dry up is because you don't have enough people. You don't have enough leads coming into your business. Okay. So that's the problem that we want to solve. And if you do not have a system in place, then your business is not going to grow. Certainly not at a sustainable rate anyway, right? And I know that if you're here, you want 10K, you want 20K, you want 30K months, right? Whatever it is that you want, it doesn't matter. But your business is not going to be able to continue to grow and be sustainable for you if you're not getting those leads coming into your business on tap, right? You should be getting new leads coming in every single day. Okay. And so if you don't have this coming into your business right now, you're probably feeling like, oh my God, I am so stuck. How am I ever going to break through this level that I'm at now? How am I ever going to break through that ceiling? And I'm frustrated because, maybe you're doing a lot of one-to-one work as well. And you're like, I just can't see how I'm going to be able to break through this. When these one-to-one contracts are up, what next? Right. And that feels really scary, doesn't it? Because I've been there before, in those early days. It feels really scary because you're kind of I cannot see a way through that I'm going to be continuously getting new clients. So some of the questions that you really need to be asking yourself, right, in order to be generating more leads, to be getting more of your soul aligned, ideal clients into your business so that you have the opportunity to be selling out your programs. Okay, because I know that like if you are a coach, you have got magic to share, right? And you need to have people in your programs. You're not getting these downloads, you're not creating these transformational spaces for them to sit there idle. Okay, you are getting these downloads and creating these programs and having the desire to do so because you are meant to be serving people in those. You are meant to be having an impact and you're meant to be making fucking money while you're doing that. Okay, so some of the questions that you really need to ask yourself. How am I prioritizing building relationships with people? Okay, it all starts with relationships and how people feel when they get to know you, right? We've all heard of like know, like, and trust, right? But how are you prioritizing actually nurturing the people who are coming into your world for starters? Okay, how are you building those relationships as a matter of priority? Okay. And, you know, you can look at it in two ways. You can look at, oh, like building relationships is time consuming. I don't have time for that. I need to be creating programs and creating offers. Okay. But also answer this. What good are those offers and those programs that you're creating if you've got no one there to fucking sell them to? Okay. So really ask yourself, how am I prioritizing building relationships with the people who are my soul aligned clients? Okay. The next question to be asking yourself is, how am I actually genuinely utilizing the power of social media? Okay, because today, again, it's 2024, like social media, we have literally got everything at our fingertips. You have got the whole world at your fingertips, right? And there are so many narratives at the moment where it's like, oh, the economy's shit, like people just aren't spending money. I'm going to call absolute bullshit on that because there are 8 billion people in this world, right? You're telling me that all of them are not spending money? I don't buy that for a second. With love, I do not buy that for a second. Okay, there are so many people prioritizing their development, their businesses, their health, their spiritual state, right? Prioritizing this stuff more than ever before. So how are you actually genuinely utilizing the power of this tool that you have at your fingertips on whatever platform you're choosing to use, whether, again, like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, podcasts, YouTube, right? How are you really genuinely utilizing the power of this? And guys, this goes beyond scrolling for inspiration, scrolling to see how other people are doing things. How are you genuinely utilizing the power of social media? Okay, go away and answer those two questions. Okay, and you know, you might be shocked at what you come up with, right? You might be shocked at like, oh shit, okay, I am not prioritizing relationships. What are some things I can do to actually prioritize that? I'm not utilizing the power of social media anywhere near to the capabilities that I could be. What am I going to go away and do to actually rectify that? Okay. So if you want some deep support with this, like this is what I teach my clients. Okay. This is how my clients are selling out their programs. This is how, one of my clients, got 9 people into her program in 2 weeks. She actually shortened her launch because she sold it out. Okay. This is how we're doing it. We're not just showing up and posting a couple of posts and hoping that it's going to be enough. We're not sitting back and waiting for clients to just drop into our laps and fall from the sky. Okay, yes, there's an energetic component. You guys know that my jam is combining the energetics with the strategy. Okay, but we've got to get real about what the strategy looks like. All right, so if this is you and you want some deep support on this, drop a comment below. You can book a free call with me. All right, no pressure, just to chat, where we'll chat about where you're at right now. Okay, what you want to achieve, what your goals are, and we'll put a roadmap together for how the best way is for you to get there. Okay, whether that's engaging me for some support or not. Okay, I want to be able to serve you to the highest level in that call. All right, so drop a comment below. I don't know, write the word call and I'll reach out to you and we'll book a call. All right. So I trust that this has served you today and that you're going to have some things to really go away and get clear about when it comes to how you're prioritizing relationships, how you're utilizing the power of social media so that you can get more people into your programs, get more people into your world, have a bigger fucking impact. All right. Thanks so much for watching.